Companies put an enormous amount of effort into setting goals, but they put a lot less effort into thinking through what makes a good goal in the first place. Bad goals can actually do more harm than good. Conflicting goals drive confusion. There's a common belief that goals should always be stretch goals. But is that really so? In the 10 years up to 2019, no less than 20% of the 100 top US and European corporations underperformed the market by 25% or more over a 1 to 2 year period and lost their CEO as a result. And by far the most common cause of that was the pursuit of an unrealistic goal related to growth. Rather than simply focusing on being good stewards of solid businesses and creating value for shareholders by returning cash, these CEOs chose to take high risks to increase the pace of growth. They developed ambitious plans that ended up actually destroying value. So what I've done here is to pick out 3 features that distinguish good goals from bad ones. And the one to start with is that good goals are in fact realistic. Sometimes visionary CEOs realize that their companies need to change radically and therefore set an apparently impossible goal in order to stimulate creativity. They challenge their organizations because they realize that the biggest risk to them is carrying on as before. But what's common to those who succeed, as opposed to those 20% who do not, is that they have a completely realistic grasp of the potential for innovation. Their situational awareness is acute, their vision is pragmatic, and the goal is carefully chosen. It may be ambitious, but it's not unrealistic. The problem comes when the goal has no logic behind it. The situation actually demands persevering with incremental improvements, and the organization doesn't have much stretch left in it. That is when an ambitious goal becomes an unrealistic one, and unrealistic goals are dangerous. A second feature of good goals is that they don't just tell you what to do, they tell you what not to do. The higher up you look, the more abstract goals tend to be, and they often dissolve into platitudes. And as such, they are incapable of guiding action. The key is to be both high level and concrete. And you can do that by making choices. Making choices means saying, do this and not that, at least by implication, but sometimes quite explicitly. Or we have 2 goals, but if in doubt, this one comes first. We're trying to increase revenue and renew our new product suite. If in doubt, it's the new product suite that comes first. And then thirdly, good goals form a coherent structure. Part of the discipline of goal setting is knowing when to stop. Good goals should be a framework for decision making. And as such, they don't actually specify what further lower level decisions should be, but tell others what they need to know in order to take decisions of their own. Good goal setters know when to shut up and stop. So setting good goals is a skill. No one is born able to do it, but everyone can learn how to do it well. And as you try to develop that skill, just practice these 3 things to start with. Remember to be realistic, to ensure that you're making choices, and to create a coherent goal structure. That is a good way to start.